It's day 2 out here, guys. We're leaving the Philippines and going to Japan finally after the longest, hottest, humidest 2 weeks of doing boat work back in that boatyard. It was really hard to get through mentally, but we're free and our boat is looking schmicko again.
I woke up before everyone, so I got the boat ready and organised, but the main thing was getting the spinny dial changed out. So I did that, and then the alternators are charging. So we got power, we got water, and yeah, we can crack on, because that was really holding me back on my single hand sail.
Yeah, Riley did some boat work this morning as we left, and what else has been happening? We have no wind today, so we're having to motor a fair bit. Will we get to hoist the sails at all today?
Not today. And then we're running out of fuel.
And there's typhoons coming, so stay tuned. Do you guys know how long we've been waiting for this very moment? Probably not. 2 years ago, I proposed to Riley that we venture off the beaten track and explore Japan by sailboat. Come aboard as we set our sails for Okinawa, our gateway to Japan, in this week's adventure. We're fortunate enough to have Kai, Corinne, and Ellie joining us, and you'll hear more from them later. You ready to get up now? Did you have a good sleep? What's happening this morning?
This is the dial that helps the batteries share with each other, so they're not sharing again. This one's got 65% charge, but the engine will say, oh yeah, the batteries are full, so it won't pour it into the 48 volt currently. So hopefully this fixes it. It's got hold of Dylan, and he said, have you tried turning it off and on again?
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
We had a lot to think about for this upcoming sailing season, but for now, we were just grateful to be checked out of one country and on our way to another. We were in that magical in-between phase, the nautical no man's land, anticipating the lessons nature was about to teach us, as she always does. Right about here, I got another one of those how did we get here moments. 10 years ago, it was just Riley and I, on our 43-foot monohull, embarking on an odyssey into the uncharted, figuring things out as we journeyed, right down to the basics of sailing itself. Over time, I think that maybe the sea has instilled humility in Riley and me, and this kind of unshakable trust in our partnership and skills as seafarers. With our 2 kids aboard now, these voyages have become more than quests for adventure. They are dynamic classrooms where our boys can discover the wonders of our world. We're so eager for this sail to Japan to enrich their learning experience even further. And how are you this morning, Corinne?
Great, amazing. Had a really good sleep at the Voyage. It was really calm and silent. So yeah, good.
The software on our new spinny dial is running well, and we're going to have power and water and all sorts of stuff on board. This is going to be great. Because we've got 7 people on board, it is difficult to keep up. Like we use a lot of power, a lot of water, all that sort of stuff. So there's no way that we were going to be able to manage with the power that I had on board. When I did my 1 month solo sailing, I had the fridges off. I would turn the inverter off every night. I'd use Starlink for 4 hours a day, not more, and that simply would not do for this trip at all. So with Jai and Dylan from OBMG, and then just a few little adjustments this morning, it looks like we've got it all sorted. So very, very happy.
Well, we are motoring. That says it all. It means that there's not enough wind to sail.
How many miles do we have to Okinawa?
To Okinawa we have more than 700, so we have to adapt the plan as we go along. It's not far to go, but you still have to plan this carefully on account of it being typhoon season.
It's just something that we spoke about this morning. I was like, we don't want to run out of fuel and get gobbled up by a typhoon. And he's like, yes, precisely, that would be quite bad. So we'll probably run some numbers. Some numbers this afternoon. What are we doing, mate?
We are checking out the weather.
Darwin, what are we doing?
We are playing with the laptop.
The main thing that we're worried about is not having enough wind. So this is on gust, so there's more wind, but getting caught here and having this, that's the main one that we're worried about. Push pause, which is spacebar, push spacebar. I think that we're using 3.69 litres per hour if we leave 45 litres spare in the tank of 390 nautical miles, which is over halfway for us to get there. So we're just contemplating whether we stop somewhere and fill up, which would take us half a day. And there's a secondary low, which I'm keeping an eye on, which has all the hallmarks of turning into a typhoon, and it could come directly over our path or nowhere near us. So there's a lot of variables at play at the moment, and we're just trying to figure out what is the exact best thing for us to do. So we could stop in somewhere here for fuel.
By the afternoon, the wind had strengthened just enough for us to set the sails for a time, although the winds would remain pretty pathetic and patchy until tomorrow, when they were expected to pick up consistently. What do you think it is?
It looks like a big pencil.
What's happening tonight, Ellie?
What are the parameters under which you should wake me up, mademoiselle?
Okay. If I see any unmarked things in the water, like lights or I don't know, big logs, and then obviously squalls. So like clouds moving towards us, lightning, thunder, and then yeah, looking at this to make sure we're not going into anything. Is that everything?
Pretty close.
We expecting any wind tonight, Cap?
0. Unfortunately. The wind will fill in 10 PM tomorrow night, according to 4 or even 5 of the 6 weather models. One has no wind at all anywhere. But so yeah, tomorrow night we should start sailing, and then sailing quite fast.
The boat's slapping around quite a bit tonight, and I was fearing that I might not get to sleep as fast as I'd like to. So I made a Beam Dream. Their dream range is amazing. What it is basically hot chocolate, except you drink it, within 30 minutes you are dying to sleep, and you stay in a deep sleep, and you wake up feeling refreshed and energized and not groggy or sluggish like you might feel if you've taken another sleep aid. So yeah, so excited to be partnering with Beam for this episode. We do drink their Beam Dream like most nights. It's actually a bit of an issue on board because we're always running out. Their flavors are amazing. So I love the mint chip. Their original flavors also to die for, and their chocolate peanut butter. So what they do put inside to help with sleep is like a bit of magic. Like, I've read the ingredients list and I'm like, what else are they putting in here? Because I swear it's like magic. Like, I'm already halfway through this hot chocolate because I couldn't resist drinking it while I was talking to you guys, and I'm like, oh dear, okay, I've got like 15 minutes before I'm out. The ingredients are melatonin, there's magnesium, reishi mushroom, just to name a few. And you guys have probably experienced, like, if you've got a lot on your mind or you're feeling anxious about something, or even if you work online and you're looking at a screen, it can be really hard to fall asleep. Beam have an amazing offer for you guys, and you can get 40% off Beam Dream. So definitely take advantage, because I promise you, you will become addicted. You can just click the link in the description box below and use our code SLV to receive that amazing discount, and we probably won't get one as big as this. So now is your time. Thank you, Beam. Thank you guys, and enjoy. I'm gonna go to sleep. Got hot water here now, okay? back. I feel guilty. I definitely had the best sleep of everyone last night because I didn't have a night shift. We have so many people aboard right now that, yeah, I can go without and sleep straight through the night. Which, if you guys have been watching for a while, you know it was just Riley and I for such a long time, and just between two of you doing a full night shift, it's very long but fun. And yeah, after a full day of motoring yesterday and all through the night, we just got some wind and we just hoisted the mainsail and we'll pull out the head sail too. And we'll be on course. Everything is focused around moving forwards, keep moving, because the more time that you spend here, the more chance that a typhoon will spin up and smash it. So we are just, moving as fast as we can. The wind is going to come from here, it's going to swing around to here in the afternoon. So we'll jibe and then we'll probably put the Gennaker up. We're going to come up on the east coast of Taiwan, and then if we get in a little bit of a wind shadow there, we'll peel off, but there's more wind further north. The islands that lay ahead of us were truly exceptional, steeped in history and surrounded by unspoilt natural beauty. We were eager to chart our course through the Ryukyu Islands and then continue on to the inland sea, a historic route travelled by many before us. Our ultimate destination was Tokyo, where we planned to embrace the vibrant city life, dock our boat and embark on our very first ski season in the majestic Alps. Time is it?
I said before, I've felt like a kid waiting for their dad to say that we can go to the water park. I've been like, what do you think, Kaya? Can we put it up yet? The Gennaker is perfect for light winds. She's our largest sail on board with 300 square metres of sail. More difficult to pack away than the Code Zero, you must always have your eyes on the sky when this one is up. Massive thank you to the team at Doyle Sails for this absolute beast. She puts a smile on my face every time she unfurls because it's frequently pushing us just faster than the speed of the wind.
We got the Gennaker up and it feels so good to be sailing. But just not having the sound of the engine is like amazing.
But I forgot to make water when the engine was running.
Yeah, Riley forgot to make water when the engine was running and Kai was like, hey guys, we're out of water. So that's really inefficient.
We've got 100% though. Hopefully we can hold out till tomorrow.
Yeah, we've got enough batteries so we're making water now, but that wasn't ideal.
Our off-grid setup on board is pretty awesome. And this sail to Japan is really going to test how we'd manage, especially with 5 adults on board and 2 kids who seem to use the water of 5 more. The circle of life on board goes something like the sun powers the solar, big thanks to sun-powered yachts, which gives us enough power to sort of just get by running the fridges and the power winches on board, etc. When we're sailing at over 8 or 9 knots, the ocean volt kicks in and starts to push in early on 0.4 and even up to 2 kilowatts when we're sailing upwards of 12 knots. Then we can run our Spectra water maker, which fills our tanks entirely in about 4 hours. This is essential blue water cruising kit, and we use ours pretty much every single day.
I am a robot. I want cold water. I'm a robot.
Okay, tell Ellie to ease again.
How are you this morning, Ellie?
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah, good.
How was watch last night?
It was quite exciting actually. Yeah, there was like a big squall coming
Yeah.
at the end just before I finished. there's a bit more to watch. So yeah. I enjoyed it.
Darwin, how was your night?
Good.
And how about you, Kai? How was your night? Anything exciting?
My night wasn't very exciting. No, it was easy going. I feel like I slept a lot actually.
Nice.
And yeah, I mean there was a full moon last night, I think. So usually that makes you sleep a bit. Well, it's a bit harder to sleep.
Yeah.
But I didn't have any of that.
Japan sent us an email and they're like, we need to know exactly when you're arriving. And you just can't do that on a sailboat. I was laughing with Kai about it.
Karate originated in Okinawa, and I think we're going to get kicked in the face when they find out that we have lost our boat paperwork.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know this, Kai? Our boat paperwork is missing because we moved everything off the boat to weigh it. We have a contact and he's going to print out the soft copies, but like I just hope that the Japan customs accept it. So they are quite strict. We'll see. Stay tuned. What are you doing?
Well, actually one of the kids noticed that this was loose. This metal plate here was wobbling back and forth. So I
thought Lenny was lying about that.
No, he spotted it. He was like,
my God.
the winch is moving, the top it's broken. So I said, okay, I'll have a look inside. And actually there's nothing wrong with it. It's just these 3 screws which weren't done up properly. Or perhaps they've come loose by their own accord. So I think we're fixed already.
Okay.
This is all solid now, not moving, so I can put the lid back on and we're done.
Sea is getting rougher and rougher. It's exciting.
You can't go out there, boys, it's too rough. So the spinning is so we're going to try the code 0 to go downwind.
This was not ideal. Our Gennaker wouldn't come free until we had the chance to lay it out on a spacious bit of land or lawn and spend hours unraveling it with our hands. In the meantime, we opted to deploy the code 0, another excellent option for light winds, to carry us through the lull.
Walk us through this whole circus.
Well, we got the Gennaker jammed. We wound it up late last night and we were practicing some things for the first time and it got wound up too tightly, it's stuck. So we weren't able to use the Gennaker right now as we wanted to. Anyway, just got the code 0 out, but this big grey patch, like the wind's coming from here, but this grey patch has just been growing and growing and getting closer and closer.
And this is a tip, whoever's down at the helm doing all that sort of stuff, should keep an eye on the wind direction, wind speed and all that. So
it takes so long to get a sail up.
Yeah, and we're busy down here, right? So you're Meta Elena.
Yeah, so I just noticed the rain and I was
Big
like,
picture.
guys, I'm pretty sure we're not going to be able to use this code 0 in a minute because that's the bad weather, I'm pretty sure. We'll see.
There's good news and bad news. The bad news is that all 4 forecasts now have this tropical depression, which is just in front of us, sort of on our way. The good news is that it's been steady for the last 5 days and all models have it moving north quickly. As you can see, the models are very much agreeing with each other now. It's so weird. This is sort of like multiple universes going on. The Everett theory of quantum mechanics. If that supercomputer's right, that's what your life looks like. And if this supercomputer's correct, then your life branches just a little bit further north. So that tropical depression is going to move north, and we are going to, and this is key, skirt the boundary here of rough and calm weather, which means, so in here there's going to be a lot of waves, down here not so much. So we're hoping to get powerful wind with lesser waves. So we're currently on this tack, letting that get away from us rather than heading north. We're heading east. That's Okinawa, and rough weather there, and we're going to skirt the boundary. The reports have been getting more and more firm, and we're now comfortable that, you know, we're all good. Have you seen Happy Gilmore?
Oh no! Hey, just quickly, your boy Jack is running a flotilla in Greece next week with Vagabonde Adventures, our very own sailing experience. And there are a few last-minute openings available for a discounted price. Flotillas make for an unforgettable week, offering one of the most social sailing experiences around. Perfect for enthusiasts of any age or skill level. So whether you're flying solo, bringing along a best friend, or gathering family members, you can secure a few last-minute cabins for this voyage. For more details, check the link in the description box below, or you can reach out to Jack directly via email. He's a legend, and he'll give you the full scoop. Thanks, guys. I woke up this morning to the boat picking up speed, and I could hear straight away that there was probably a squall. So I poked my head out here and I saw Riley was just about to drop the main. He'd already wound in the head sail. So yeah, I came out just in a state, to be honest, because last night Darwin kept me up super late until like midnight. So yeah, dropped the main, but it ended up not being much, so we put the main back up, and now we're heading on course whilst the rest of the crew sleeps. I've got the kids inside behaving. I'm just on watch. You two behaving? Yes.
We got to 14.3.
14.3?
Yeah.
We've had the autopilot's been doing this a little bit today. What do you think's going on there?
Well, that was with the apparent wind, it was acting a bit funny.
Yeah.
Now when it's going under the heading, compass mode, so just keeping the boat going in a certain direction with the compass, it's working better.
That was 15.
We're gonna say goodbye for now, but thank you so much for making all this possible. It is thanks to you guys that we're out here on this boat. Like, yeah, the novelty hasn't worn off. So yeah, really thank you, and please do subscribe if you haven't. It's free, and our goal this year is to get to 2 million subscribers, so it would mean a lot. The button's just down there. Okay, see you guys next week. Tune in next week as the little Vagabond family and crew complete our sail to Okinawa. We'll discover if we can enter the country without our legitimate boat paperwork. Honestly, with the luck we've had recently, I'm not surprised something like this happened. Can't wait to share it all with you. Much love, everyone. See you soon.